And good morning. It is 9 o'clock a.m., December 19th, 2023. And okay, just because Kinstat wants to hear it, 9 o'clock straight up. All right, whatever. And, let's see. Oh, that gives me an audio confirmation, which you don't hear. Only I get to hear it. Where do I have that? I have it over here. So now I just muted that. And then where I'm going to go, I'm going to start out with what a nice thing this was to receive. I got a Christmas card. I got an actual real paper Christmas card. Of course, there's not many people in this community who can send that to me that know the address, and says, wishing you a truly wonderful holiday season, Brian and Carol Lightfoot. And this little slot up here, he gave me a picture of a long-haired hippie kind of looking guy. I think he was a president at one point in time. So thank you very much. I loved that picture. All right, Doug, move on. Emails. I have some emails here. Here is an email. Oh, what a coincidence. From Brian Lightfoot. And it came in thinking it was a spam. This message was not sent to spam because the filter you created. Since I created a filter that says anything sent to DougBetts at Live Windows Training can come through. But Google thought that this was a spam email. Here's some. Now, this is, I think, no, it's not signed by Brian, but it comes from his email address. Here's something that may or may not be of interest to Curious Doug. It was to the Curious Brian. I guess was sent to the Curious Brian. The latest incarnations of the snipping tool Windows 11 are capable of screen recording with audio. Now, Windows 10 has a way to do that. It's not through the snipping tool, and I just never wound up using it much. I remember, let's see, yeah, somebody brought it up. Anyway, I never wound up using it much, but I think it could be used. It could be very useful for remote support. Some Windows 10 users are reporting that the recording availability seems to vary from user to user. Now, this is saying latest incarnations of snipping tool Windows 11 have it, but here we're talking about Windows 10 users. To my knowledge, you cannot get the recording option by using the keyboard shortcut of Win-Shift-S. You must run the snipping tool app from the start menu in order for the recording option to show. Once the app window opens, it might be best to click the three dots on the right side and open up the settings. From there, you have only two settings: microphone input and system audio. Otherwise, the mic icon on the app, you can select which mic to use or mute them. From the app window, click on the movie icon, then new button. So this will be so that you can have somebody actually record what's happening on their screen when they're having a problem. Windows 10 has a steps recorder. I knew there was something, and that is what I was recollecting, steps recorder. So I hit the Windows key and type steps. Windows 11 has this as well. And let's see, if I go ahead and start record, can I show what that's going to look like? It's been so long since I've even tried this, I'm not sure what it's going to do. So if I go, let's see, I've got to go to something else. So let me just go back to another menu, go into Martin Hogg, referring to the scammed client, and I'll stop review, see if I can go see that right quick. I don't even know where it happens. Add comment, user left click something curious for Doug. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. It's steps. It's not recording the screen, but it's step 1, step 2. It's actually showing and describing each step, each click that I do along the way. So I think that's different than the screen recording than what we have here. The screen recording with audio. All right. Then this is, I gotta, before I bring up snipping tool, I gotta see if I've got anything private there. In my clipboard, I don't, but this is actually not going to the clipboard. This is going back here once the window opens. WinShift, you must run the snipping tool. So Windows key, snipping tool. Stop yelling at me, you're snipping at me. Don't be so snippy. So then here's the recording tool. Not going to do it. Now, it might have a problem doing a recording since I'm already doing a recording through the live stream. And then new, 3 dots on the right. From there, you have 2 settings. This is talking about Windows 10. I'm just kind of, I'm all over the place here, aren't I? Obviously, I did not have this prepared. I was not planning to go into this so far. Draw a shape, select the recording area. Okay, there I draw a shape and then start. There's a start button up at the top. I don't know if you're seeing that start button. I don't know if that whole video froze up, but here it looks like it is recording. Now at the top of the screen, I see a window that indicates it's recording, but you're not seeing that on the live stream. I can tell because when I look at OBS, it's not there. So then if I go back to somewhere else, and then here's that section that is recording that part of the screen, and then I'll stop that recording. And then here I'm back at the snipping tool. And if I click play, it's just showing me a play of that area of the screen apparently, but that looks like the Windows desktop behind it. All right, well, clearly, Ed, I haven't experimented with this at all, and I'm gonna move along past that. That just points it out in case somebody's interested in pursuing that or making use of that, but I think I do want to explore that a little bit further because that might be useful for me in remote support situations where I can't connect remotely to the computer. We'll see. So that was that one. Then Martin Hogg says, let's see, in relation to my scammed customer. Doug, hi Doug, if it's any help, let's zoom that in a bit. I've had a couple elderly customers who were scammed and had their computers compromised, so have I. On powering up, the screen showed a picture with a threatening message urging her to phone the number on the screen. The first thing I did was disconnect from the internet at the router, removed malware, adjusted startup items, repaired Edge browser with clean version because the scammer's webpage was in startup folder. Also, there was a remote access program called AnyDesk. In the download folder, I uninstalled AnyDesk and ran Malwarebytes and that AW Cleaner. I did all of that. And I've done all of that, you know, maybe not Malwarebytes, but scanning software is scanning software. You can argue it if you want, but they all do the job, and every one of them will occasionally come up with catching things that the others don't. But the problem that we're having on that computer, and I reported this yesterday, is that this message saying software is updating, don't turn your computer off, that is coming up when she turns the computer on before signing in with a password. That's coming up somewhere else. That wasn't caught by virtue of all those things. Now, my next thoughts there, somebody pointed out yesterday, is use File Explorer to search for all photos on the C drive. I like that one. But I'm suspecting that it might not be a picture file. It might not be stored as a picture file. Because I'm thinking somewhere, something that's happening as a normal part of Windows startup is launching something. I mean, it could be a driver link library for all I know, but some systemic element of the Windows operating system loads and is causing that window to display. It's a little bit of a head scratcher for me because these scammers just didn't seem to be that good at what they're doing, but they easily could have bought some malware package from someone else and inserted that in there somewhere. If she's still having problem after what I did with her yesterday, then I'm probably going to want to have the computer back in here and restart it over and over and over. It might be the first startup of the day that it happens. If it's in scheduled tasks, then it's disguised in there in a way that it looks like something that would normally belong there. Now, another piece that I'm interested in doing with it is Process Monitor from sysinternals. I believe there's a way in Process Monitor to configure it so that when the computer reboots, it starts recording everything the CPU is doing through the startup process. I'll need to go investigate that and see if I'm right about that. The second email from Martin Hogg just seemed to be a forward of this email, so I'm not going to go on to that one. Then, oh, by the way, the let's see, over here, the exclamation mark D is not paused currently. So if anybody had tried to do that, it would have come straight through. That means nobody has tried the exclamation mark D to talk at me. I did make some changes to that. And we probably ought to test it. What else do I have here? Channel comments. I don't have any channel comments. I cleared one from Dennis that I already talked to him about during Fortnite this morning. Then let's go look at chat. Let's see, am I forgetting something? It seems like I had something else lined up for today. I don't think so. Jeff Ryman, you got to get up early to be near the first persons in Doug's chat. Darren Gilholm, hello. Alice, hello. Alice says, great trailer. That was a Lady Gaga trailer. And, well, not Lady Gaga. She was a co-star. The star of the show was me playing Beat Saber. Rick Lakes, Randy Israel, Brian Lightfoot. Question, what do you call a priest who becomes a lawyer? Answer, father-in-law. This is already my playlist. That was Dennis's reference to, I think he was referring to Lady Gaga there. And yeah, he says it again, Lady Gaga. I don't know, maybe there was a typo in that first one. Greeting. And in Fortnite, there was this feature that I purchased within Fortnite that allows me to pick. Did I disable all startup items? No, I had not tried that with that client because I didn't realize there was still a problem on that computer. So we never got to the point of disabling all startup items because there was no remaining symptom while I had the computer here. Then, now let's see, that was probably an exclamation mark Doug, since, yeah, exclamation mark D. So that came straight through because I don't have that on that queue on hold. I got a button here that works now that I can put that queue on hold. Selden Ball, greetings here, 28 degrees and cloudy. John Williams, hello to Doug and everyone in chat. It's 9 a.m. straight up. Good evening. Another weather report. Lots of dropouts. Oh, drop frames. I have 0 drop frames, so dropouts aren't happening for me. Stream is, maybe he was talking about that long-haired hippie photo that Brian sent me. Dennis, stream is fine here in Panama. Josh Kinders, V. Menorg, hello. Windows 10 has steps recorder. Yeah, Windows 10 has steps recorder, but when I push Windows key Shift plus S, I get the snip tool. Yeah, the steps recorder is not on the Windows keys. It's not on Shift Windows S. It's the Windows key and then, what do we say? Snipping? No, screen recorder. Steps recorder. Geez, short-term memory here. Steps recorder. That'll get you to it. It's recording screenshots. Dropouts seem to have stopped. I had issues too, Selden Balls, from Alice Tell Selden. Everyone be good, from Josh. Lawn Dog, Doug, a quick Google search on the snippet tool just explains that the tool has a screen recorder. I think we are thinking it has some kind of voice recorder. That's what Brian's thing said, isn't it? Yeah, but how can I, let's see, Shift Windows S, no, he said we have to go snipping tool if we're going to do that with Windows 11. Snipping tool, and then here's a recorder to start a snip. I don't know that has voice, but it seems like he said something about it having voice. Am I right? Am I wrong? We'll go back and check. If he said that has voice. Yeah, screen recording with audio. Now, that doesn't mean voice. Audio could be the audio that's playing through the website that you're on, rather than from a microphone. Let's see. To my knowledge, you cannot get the recording option using the keyboard. You must use a snipping tool for the recording option to show up. Microphone input. From there, you have only 2 settings. The app window opens. Best to click 3 dots on the side. And he's saying there's a microphone. Somebody said it records voices. Now, you guys heard that audio perfectly, probably. I did not hear the person's name because it was kind of clipped. That was Ken Stout. Yeah, I could not tell that was Ken Stout. It didn't sound like his voice even. Yeah, right. Let's see. So the snipping tool, the three dots, is there something there for microphone? Open file settings. Automatically. Oh, there's a scroll bar. Save screenshots. Has to save screenshots. Multiple windows. We did not hear that. So you did not hear the Ken Stout's name on that last one? Include microphone input by default when a screen recording starts. So there it is. Yes, it will do microphone. At least that's the way I'm thinking. This current version screen recorder has been around for a long time. It's great for technicians to show how to do something, or in reverse, people can show the steps they did to get a problem. Yeah, I like it for that. I think I might want to try experimenting with it with my clients and see if I can get them to follow along with that. And now I see that over here, and I did hear enough of his name to make out that was Ken Stout Live, but it wasn't very clear to me. It says, correct, only you are hearing my wonderful message. Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake. I had that muted. Go ahead and try another one. Yeah, you guys weren't hearing any of that. So you didn't see how well I paused to hear what was being said. Here we go.
Ken Stout Live said such a Doug.
Yeah, got different voices. No, you haven't noticed that yet. Oh, I just gave it away. Dad burned it. Doggone it. Go ahead and try some more. There's different voices. You can record in Windows 10 with the Xbox Game Bar. How to screen record in Windows 10 11 with audio. Here we go. Here's another one. Come on. Oh no, he broke it. I think Ken Stout broke it. Yes, we heard the gnarly voice. This is in my testing yesterday. I found that they don't seem to all go through. There is something wrong, and it makes total sense that Ken Stout broke it. If I come over here to, let's see, it's in SpeakerBot, into event log. I see here, there was an error speaking
Ran
TTS.
Israel said we heard multiple voices yesterday.
Yesterday we had two voices. We had a female voice and a male voice. Today you have a lot more voices. A lot more. But Ken's failed here. And then this one that just
Ken
went
Stout
through.
Live said, it's your system. I never have any issues with my system.
Yeah, you never have any issues with your system. Check your nose. Ken, is your nose growing? Freaking liar.
Brian Lightfoot said Ken Stout is hearing voices in his head.
Wintermute said, how many voices are there?
How many voices are there? Well, we can go look at that. Let's see, where was that at? This would be in SpeakerBot, not StreamerBot. And it's ignored voices and voice aliases. Let's see, I think this one is the best to look at. So here's available voices. Here's about 5 Adams and a bunch of
Ken Stout
Antonys.
Live said yes, and most of them are Dougs of some sort.
There's Arnold, there's Bill, there's Charlie, Charlotte, Clyde, Daniel, Dave, Dommy, Dorothy, Drew, Ellie, Emily, Ethan, Finn, Freya, George, Giovanni, Gigi, a whole bunch of them. I have not yet, there's some things I can do to select them, but I'm not set up to do that right now. There's some Santa Clauses. Hey, these have X's. Maybe that's what's failing when it tries to do one of the Santa Clauses. But here's David and Zero. David and Zero were the 2 voices we had yesterday. If I go back to the event log, can I tell on that one that failed?
Zvimana said all my friends' voices.
It doesn't show here
Houston,
which voice that was.
we have a problem. Does XLP do anything?
That one was the Microsoft David. That was one of the two voices we had yesterday.
Wintermute said, is it random or based on username somehow?
It is random. And there's a place where that setting is at. Let's see where I think that is up here in commands. No, probably here. Actions. Go to chat message, all possible. No. Where was that at? I don't know if I'm going to find that. There is a place where I could choose random. I did not want it to
no
go.
Vader voice?
I didn't want it to go item by item because there's too many similarities. No Vader voice. No, I don't. Not unless one of those names sounds like Darth Vader. So this is interesting. Oh, Brian, what in the world?
Brian
is that?
Lightfoot said asterisk percent circumflex. Percent asterisk and circumflex $hash. Circumflex why?
Circumflex. That's the different word for that symbol. I don't think I've known that. Where was I at? Was that on anything? Oh, I know what I was going. I was going down reading chat the old-fashioned way. Now I can actually turn that thing on so that it reads all chat messages without you doing an exclamation mark letter. But the problem there, let's see if Ken's comes through this time. I think it failed again. I think it's not working for Ken. Yeah, but I haven't seen a way to get it to skip a message or to pick certain
Martin Hogg
messages.
said, what about Dalek or Klingon?
You saw the names, and so no. Josh says, no, please don't. I think he's saying, please don't make them all play through on audio. Is there a Ken filter? Capital D versus lowercase? No, there was a place where I could tell it whether it's case sensitive, and I intentionally did not select case sensitive. Is one of them silent? No, I don't think one of the voices is silent. We're actually getting an error message when it fails to come through. This event log right here, there is an error speaking TTS. And it might have to do with Ken's challenges with speaking English. Now, can I tell what? I can't tell what voice was used here. Here you can tell which voice was used.
Ken Stout Live said English.
And Ken, okay, that came through. English. And it pronounced it English, didn't it? I think that's what we're getting confused about. Windows 10, I believe it's Windows key Gen, and you use the game recorder. It's a little clunky, but I've tinkered with it before. Mortant, hello to you. Jeff, Lawn Dog to Jeff, when we are done, I will look into that article you posted. Seems to indicate not only the screen, but audio recording. Now recording the audio would be a new feature. It's probably something gamers wanted. See, if we were doing if I had all chat messages coming through, then these hellos between people would be coming through. Now, Ken Stout, I saw you say, and I think it was in chat, that we do
Brian
care.
Lightfoot said Saka.
What? Lightfoot said SAK. Oh, such a Ken. Yeah, it doesn't know how to interpret SAK as such a Ken. Let's see. Yeah, what Ken said yesterday, we do care. And that was in reference to when I said, I don't know whether you guys care or not if I read your messages to each other. Ken said, yes, we do care. Well, Ken, I don't know if that means you want me to read them or you don't want me to read
Selden
them.
Ball said SAK.
John Williams said, let's talk Spanish instead.
Actually, there's foreign languages available in this speaker bot, but I said I want English only. That was interesting the way it pronounced English. I wonder how it deals with the word live. And that's a problem. When you hear
Martin
it say
Hogg said, I am Groot.
Okay. I am Groot. Not really pronounced very well, was it? Yeah, it's when it does pronounce Ken Stout live, I think it pronounces it Ken Stout live. Ken puts a 1D. That's not an exclamation mark, Ken. You have to hold down the shift key to get the exclamation mark. I do care you do a better job, Doug. Josh is saying I do a better job when I read it rather than letting the auto voice do it. C. Yeah, that exclamation mark D C is too short to be significant. Brian says such
Ran
a
Israel said, what happens if invoke she who must not be named?
Martin Hogg said, I am Groot.
Better. See, you can spell it different and manipulate it. Brian Lightfoot says hello. Rick Legs. Lawn Dog, for me, Jeff Ryman, I think more important development is Microsoft getting into speech recognition game like Google Chrome is with Windows key H. And you know it works pretty good, just clunky. I cannot turn it on and off easily, and it will turn itself off after a few seconds. And I find that annoying. Josh says, I used AnyDesk on my aunt's computer where I live. That's when we were talking about that earlier in that email. Yeah, well, see, I didn't do the safe mode, and I didn't disable all startup items because I thought everything was solved. There were no more symptoms to be troubleshooting. Josh is saying no more. I think he wants me to stop the voices completely. I remember Ken saying he thought that that would be useful for Josh. So now I think we're into the place where there's a lot of exclamation mark Ds. Josh says Ken breaks everything. Alice has a nephew named Charlie. My dad was named Charlie. Brother named Brian. Yeah, this is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. So Brian, if he has a third brother, the third brother could be introducing, this is my brother Brian and my other brother Brian. Oh, yes, Jeff came up with that.
Jim KJ3N said, I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
Now, all I heard there was 3N for Jim's name. I think you guys heard the full Jim KJ3N when that came through. Yeah, see, Josh has said a couple times, please don't. But Josh, I don't know what you're asking me not to do. I think you're saying don't use the voices at all. And there's kind of implying that. It's certainly a quicker interaction. Glad I could be the test subject. I will be the professor. It's a new toy. Yeah, Dennis, actually I didn't tell him the names of those sites. It's just called speaker.bot and streamer.bot. Those are the actual websites. If I remember right. But speaker.bot does not have all the voices. See, there's the website, and then streamer.bot. That's exactly the website names. They don't have the voices. By default, the only voices you'll get
said, does this work on cell phone?
Not that I know of. I didn't see any indication that this works on cell phone. This is actually 2 standalone apps that I launched. They are not installed programs. They're portable standalone apps. And I just launched it from the desktop. If I come over here to SpeakerBot, I can show you, let's see, speech engines. 11labs.io is the one that I signed up for. Now, it's a free account. I signed up for it, and that gave me this whole 104 voices. If I click Add here, here's the other voice sources that are available. 11 Labs is no longer on this list because I've already added it to this list of engines. SAPI 5 is what comes with SpeakerBot by default, and it only contains David and Zira. Those are the two voices you heard yesterday. Did you even hear them yesterday? Yeah, we did it yesterday. Now, I actually first tried to do this on Saturday, and on Saturday at the beginning of the show, there was this voice coming through my
Lana
head.
Darrow said it does read my message.
Lana Darrow says it does read my message. Oh, meaning, let's see, on your cell phone? Wasn't it Lana that asked about the cell phone? Looking back. It does read my message, Lana Darrow said. Somebody else asked about, oh yeah, it was Lana Darrow that asked, does this work on a cell phone? So you would be able to hear the voice because the voice is coming to you through my live stream. It's not coming to you directly from SpeakerBot. It comes from SpeakerBot into OBS and then out to you. If you're watching the video, if you're watching the live stream on your cell phone, then yes. And Lana, you actually put in that chat message using your phone. And yeah, so it's a message that comes into chat. SpeakerBot and StreamerBot are looking at chat messages. Ken to Lana, it seems it is an app that picks up the chat from YouTube, so it works on any device you can type on. Yeah, I thought Lana was asking if she could install SpeakerBot on the cell phone and like live stream from the cell phone and get this to work, and I don't think so. Yeah, Lana confirms sending by cell phone. So there are 3 products involved, well, sort of 4. StreamerBot, SpeakerBot, 11labs.io, and my Stream Deck. The Stream Deck, I haven't used it yet. It's available for me to pause messages. Now, if I do pause messages, that would be pausing for this category that I call pausable messages. This one for interrupt. If you do a !P or ! and the word problem, that will interrupt me even if I have the cue on pause. I have not looked for a redirect yet. Let's go do that.
Ken Stout Live said, fine, I am taking my ball and going elsewhere.
All right, Ken, you do that. Redirect. Well, unless if Ken, do you have a show scheduled? No, he doesn't. He's still not back on it yet. Pirate software is available. So I'll redirect to him. I'm going to bring his show up. Let's see, / I think it's Pirate Software. Will that take
Zvi Manor said bell ringing time.
Yeah, it does. Bell ringing time according to Zvi Manor. Okay, I think I'm reasonably caught up here. Yep, so let's go ahead and shut this thing down. There are a couple other things that I have in mind for StreamerBot and SpeakerBot that could be independent of this feature. So anyway, I think I'm going to continue playing around with this. Josh, you might send me an email to explain further what you were referring to. I don't think it's a timing issue, Ken, because when I was testing it last night using Baby Beast and my Grandpa Doug Learns Fortnite channel, it missed some of them. So it was missing about...
Jim KJ3N said there are at least 5 voices in Doug's head.
Yeah, at least? Wow. You haven't counted very far. Ay, caramba. How would you ever do that? All right. Hit the button, Doug. Say goodbye. I don't know what I was in the middle of talking about. Yeah, goodbye. Have a good day.